Hey, welcome everyone. With the 2025 Leagues Cup final right around the corner, we're going to break down one of the most exciting and, yeah, most debated tournaments in North American soccer. We'll cover what it is, why it's suddenly a huge deal, and of course, how one little guide changed everything. It feels like a fever dream. You heard that right. That's how one journalist described the exact moment this tournament just exploded onto the world stage. It's a perfect way to put it. And trust me, we are definitely going to get to what that moment was in just a bit. So here's what we've got on tap. First, we'll cover the absolute basics. What even is this thing? Then we'll get into the brand new 2025 format. After that, we have to talk about the player who changed the game. We'll preview the massive final, and then we'll look ahead and ask, what's next?
Okay, let's get right into it with the biggest question of all. What exactly is the Leagues Cup?
At its heart, it's pretty simple. It's an annual mid-season showdown. Think of it as a huge, official battle royale designed to pour gasoline on that old, simmering rivalry between the best clubs in the US, Canada, and Mexico. So who's in the ring? Well, on one side, you've got 18 of the top teams from Major League Soccer's last season. And on the other side, you've got all 18 clubs from Mexico's top flight, Liga MX. That's 36 teams total, all fighting for bragging rights. And believe me, this isn't just some friendly summer tournament. There are real, serious consequences here. I mean, besides the trophy and a cool $2 million for the winner, the top 3 teams get a spot in the CONCACAF Champions Cup. And that is your ticket to the big show, the FIFA Club World Cup. All right, so how does this whole thing work? For 2025, the organizers completely revamped the format. The whole idea was to crank up the intensity and give us more of those must-see matchups right from day one. Okay, the new first phase is where things get really interesting. Every single game is MLS versus Liga MX. But here's the twist. The teams are earning points for their own league's table. So an MLS team wins, points go on the MLS board. A Liga MX team wins, points go on theirs. After 3 games each, only the top 4 from each league's table move on. The points are pretty standard. 3 for a win, but here's a key rule you gotta know. There are no draws. If a game is tied after 90 minutes, boom, straight to a penalty shootout. The shootout winner gets 2 points, but both teams get 1 for the draw. It means you get a clear winner every single time.
But let's be real. Why did this tournament suddenly blow up? Why should you, a casual fan, even care? Well, in the summer of 2023, the answer came in the form of one man who single-handedly turned this thing from a regional contest into a global phenomenon.
And that player, of course, was the one and only Lionel Messi. When he signed on with Inter Miami, I don't think anyone could have possibly predicted the insane, earth-shattering impact he was about to have on this tournament. It all kicked off in his very first game. It's against Liga MX powerhouse Cruz Azul. The game is tied, deep in stoppage time, and Messi steps up and just buries a breathtaking game-winning free kick. It was pure, unfiltered magic. It felt like something out of a movie. And the effect was just immediate. It was massive. To put it in perspective, that one single goal is now the 4th most viewed goal on the official MLS YouTube channel ever. It wasn't just a goal, it was a global announcement that put millions of new eyeballs on the Leagues Cup. Which brings us right here, to this year. That same superstar has done it again, leading his team all the way back to the final. And it set up a monster showdown between 2 of MLS's giants, the Seattle Sounders and Inter Miami. So get your calendars out. The final is going down on August 31st at Lumen Field in Seattle. And if you know anything about that place, you know it's going to be absolutely rocking, giving the Sounders a huge home field advantage. When you look at how they got here, you see 2 really different stories. Seattle was just flawless in Phase 1, grabbing all 9 points possible. Then they had to grind out a win on penalties against Pachuca before a solid win over the Galaxy. Miami, though, a bit of a shaky start, but they came alive in the knockout rounds, winning 2 massive games to punch their ticket. And who else but Messi would be the hero? After an injury scare, he comes back for the semifinal and scores 2 late goals to lead a comeback win against their biggest rivals, Orlando City. Like one writer said, it was just GOAT things. So with all this drama and star power, the tournament's future is a lock, right? It's here to stay? Well, it's actually a little more complicated than that. You see, the Leagues Cup is very much an experiment in progress.
For all its success, the tournament still faces some pretty legit criticisms. For one, holding all the games in the US and Canada has Liga MX teams crying foul about fairness. Some people wonder if that old rivalry is really as fiery as it used to be. And of course, a lot of critics just dismiss the whole thing as a cash grab.
But to be fair, the organizers seem to be listening. The big format change this year was a direct response to some of those complaints. They're clearly tinkering with the formula, trying to find that sweet spot to make it as competitive and fair as possible. So that really leaves us with the million-dollar question, doesn't it? Is the Leagues Cup a true glimpse into the future of soccer on this continent? A real unified competition? Or is it just a brilliantly marketed, money-making experiment that might eventually fade away? I guess only time will tell.